There's a quote by Alex Omozi that says, "Magic comes to those with a true heart in their greatest time of need." Right now, I could use some magic, but the question is, I don't think I have a true heart. I think I try. Maybe I am a bit delusional, and in all sincerity, I really, really try. I really, really try, but I guess I'm simply not trying hard enough because, unlike an average mortal that says something like, "I really try, I'm trying," I've never been the type of person to dwell in my own excuses. I will be 28 by August 22nd, and right now I feel like an absolute failure. And it's starting to become an identity because the old me would never reduce himself to his circumstances, and the old me is a very optimistic person. So even, and this is a quote from The Lion King, "I laugh in the face of danger, ha 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 ha." That is the old me. The old me likes to do dangerous things. The more dangerous it is, the more enthusiastic I am. I crave not just the dopamine, but the experience and the stories that comes with doing dangerous things. And I also enjoy the reward that comes with doing something I haven't done before and going into the world of the unknown. But the current me is starting to settle for, I don't want to say less, but the current me is starting to be weak. The other day, I was skating from the hill up across the building I live in, and to be honest, I didn't feel like skating from the top of the hill. I just wanted to make content before going out to just get myself in the groove. But there was a white man that said, "Oh, you," I don't know if he said you're crazy, but not like an insult. That is, if he said you're crazy. But basically, he insinuated that what I was about to do, which was not the first time, is a bit risky, and he wouldn't want to be the one to help me get up. Basically, from a neutral point of view, he was simply saying that, "Oh, like, be safe," pretty much. Be safe, like, be, my interpretation or the old me's interpretation would be, "You've got this, but be safe." But there is this thing in the UK where if a white person says something, it alters the course of the event. And if you don't pay attention to it, it's not real. But when you start paying attention to it, your mind shapes it into reality. Now, the thing is, the old me would not care, and I will do the type of content I want to do and move on with my day. I wouldn't even think about it. Then the very recent me would see that as a challenge, take my skateboard to the top of the hill and skate down, even if I have to do it like 1,000 times just to prove to the white man that whatever spell he just tried to cast on me will not take shape. But now the current me is starting to be like the old me because I'm realizing that I am becoming very, very pessimistic, and I am becoming someone that is addicted to rage and sadness. Like, I was self reflecting and I'm starting to realize that I get more emotionally intoxicated and driven when it comes to rage and hatred. But when it comes to love, I don't really enjoy it anymore. It's like my affinity to feel joy and love has not totally diminished, but it is for some weird reason diminishing. So I said, it's not that serious. So I just decided to stick to the type of skate I wanted to skate. But then it was like the atmosphere kept changing and my surrounding kept interfering with my own actual reality. Now, one thing I realized is the more recent me, because I was always trying to overcome these hurdles, which in the truest sense, but not the truest sense, in a neutral sense, the white man was in the neutral sense from what he said literally was just wishing me good luck from my neutral interpretation. But from my most recent Israel that has been paying attention to the UK, felt like it was him telling me, oh, don't go up because if you go up, you might break your leg. But then I now thought, oh, and this is why it's like I'm having an identity crisis because it's like my mind goes, I think it goes, then it goes, then it goes, then it goes, then it goes. Now, let me vocalize everything I just said. So, it's like when I was skating, I was just doing what I was doing, but it felt like the atmosphere was changing. Then the cars were passing more than usual, but then I realized that as a human being, you can actually make up scenarios in your head and give it an actual interpretation. And that is why I'm trying to always put everything that comes my way and give them a positive interpretation. I'm trying so desperately not to talk about something called the UK demon. Because I don't think it's a demon, but I think it's a demon. I think this country has something called the evil demon. God, I beg. It's crazy. I don't want this video to be too long, because then I am going to forget what this video is about, and I will start digressing into stupid things. So basically, henceforth, regardless of the UK demon, or maybe it's the white man trying to trick me, or the white man was just probably wishing me good luck, genuinely, or my mind is just being altered, because sometimes I think my mind is being messed with. Regardless of these things here, I refuse to be subjected to an ideology that makes me a pessimistic person, and I choose to choose optimism. I choose to choose optimism. Once again, I choose to choose optimism. But I feel like I cannot unravel my truest form, because I think the source of my identity crisis is that I am abandoning logic, and I'm not the most spiritual person, but I grew up in a Christian home, and I am also trying to ignore the spirituality and just choose positive logic. But it's like these things are poking at me like, Israel, wake up. You know, you see it, wake up, wake up. But I'm like, no, leave me alone. I'm blind. But sometimes I'm like, okay, guys, like, no, it's not real. It's not real. Like, oh, guys. So I'm having like an identity crisis, because I'm choosing not to be a complete human being, and I am choosing to see what I want to see in order to achieve my goals. But now it's even affecting my goals. I'm like, I think I explained to someone the other day that it's like a food web. It's not a food chain. It's not like a linear thingy. It's more like a web whereby you absorb things from different things to now nourish yourself. It's like a plant that has your roots, and then the roots branch into different, I don't know what the parts of the roots are called, but you know, a root is not just a single type. It takes its nutrients from different, not nooks and crannies of the soil, but the root branches. I don't want to use branch because that is the external part of the tree, but the root has, I could Google it right now, but I don't have time to go back. But the root like has this threads that goes around into the soil, and then uses everything to make sense of what is going on, and then it starts to germinate. But I'm not able to germinate because I am trying to just focus on one particular aspect. It's like content creation. I hate when people tell me to niche down, because what do you mean I have to talk about the gym all the time, every single day? Or I'm the kind of person that talks about anime every single day. Like, bro, the niche is me. So it's like, it is me. It's like a complete being. But because I'm unable to access every single thing at a more realistic point of view, and I am not the most honest person on the planet. I tell lies sometimes, I steal sometimes, I fornicate sometimes. But you know, an average person would see me and be like, demon, sinner. I see myself as a human being, because when I do all these things, I have this moment of reality when I come to my senses and I try to be a better person. But now I'm a wobbly person. I'm like a disabled person with my identity. And it's not just my identity, the identity is a symptom. It encompasses of my entire lifestyle from, I was going to say from my childhood, but right now I'm talking of more recent times, if that makes sense. Because I'm not trying to like digress and go back into a different dimension of talk and then I'll try to link everything. Oh my goodness, I think I will make an amazing psychologist or an amazing psychotherapist. Anyways, I want to be giving my videos moral lessons because I think my videos in Nigeria were making more sense than here, and I was having clarity, but I'm no longer having clarity because here there are so many things that are hindering my thought process, and I'm trying to ignore some things, but they're unignorable because they are just so crazy. But everyone else ignores it, so it's like just ignore it too and focus on what you came here for. But how can you now the bigger question is, how do people focus when there is this much interference and distraction? Then that means most of them are just liars and they're not really focused, or they don't even have a real goal in mind. C'est fini. Title of this video is The Identity Crisis. Like and subscribe.